Hey everybody, we got some good news. This is an update for the Young Justice and Green Lantern cancellations. I caught wind of this a couple of days ago, which was March the 26th. I'm slacking. I'm sorry I didn't get up here as soon as possible, um, but I thought I'd go ahead and do it now. I'm gonna go ahead and read it to y'all. That's the best thing I can really do. Like I said, this is about the return, potentially, of Justice League and Green Lantern. So that means we might be doing something, y'all. Like our petitions, our prize, our buying the merchandise, doing whatever we have to do. Like it actually may be paying off. I'm gonna go ahead and read this for you so you can get the gist of it. An update on the Crawford founding attempt to bring back the canceled Young Justice is now in service. This past Saturday and today came updates to SMGO.TV Crowdfunded, Crowdfunded. So Crowfunded Projects that aim to bring back the recently canceled shows Young Justice and Green Lantern. The first was the possible indication that Warner Brothers were actually in consideration of fully approving the Crowfunded uh, project to give new seasons to both shows. This is the update. With update 2, though things are looking more positive, as now it is provided that a meeting is going to occur on April 11th at Warner Brothers to discuss the possible revival of not just one, but both shows. Here's what the head of SMGO.TV had to say. And before I go ahead and read this, I'd honestly advise everybody to go to smgo.tv. I'm gonna put a link at the very bottom, and I'll put a link to this because what they're doing is, I'm not sure if anybody's known about the like sites like Kickstarter, where they raise a certain amount of fund or they bring a whole bunch of noise. Well, what they've done, they've consolidated all the different positions and all the different raids, and they've actually utilized this to be able to get the name known. So what we've been doing is actually being able to help them be able to do what they're about to do. And so I'm gonna go ahead and read what they're saying. And this is what, like I said, the head of SMGO.TV had to say. Hi all. Apologize for the delayed posting at Tumblr and Facebook, which I'll put the links up, y'all. As you might have heard via our tweet last night, there's a meeting on the books with WB to discuss bringing back the Green Lantern and Young Justice. The meeting is set for April 11th. We are extremely excited to be meeting with them, and we will do everything we possibly can to get our shows formally approval. They are listening. This is what they're saying. They are listening. Your support pushed this to the top. So thank them and continue to tell them that you want the chance to bring these shows back. It's working. These were his words. Um, we will continue to keep you informed as we progress with the shows. Hope to have more information soon. This goes out to all the fans. Please keep fighting the good fight. We will continue to reach out to the appropriate people this week and try to set up meeting. Keep fighting. Keep bringing. Keep being awesome. Keep showing interest on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook. Let's save these shows together. Thanks all, Dave. We will have more updates continue. Thank you. Now, this to me was just awesome. From the simple standpoint that they actually got their voice heard. Even if, like, hypothetically speaking, like, I don't know if y'all remember, like, shows that used to come on and y'all used to love, and you wished, like, some kind of way we would actually be able to make our voice known, to actually be heard, to actually do something about it. And these people are actually doing it. And it was all a catalyst from the things that we're doing, like with this video, with other videos I made in the past, with other people, other subscribers, people that making petitions. This is actually doing things, y'all. Like, this is evidence of that. So from the simple standpoint, they're actually going to be able to meet with Warner Bros. This was actually, if you go and search Google, this was the first thing that came up when you write anything about the cancellation of Young Justice or Green Lantern. Like, that's pretty big. So everybody out there, I mean, definitely, like, y'all are doing y'all's part. I'm going to continue to do everything I possibly can. Now, there's been different discussions with different people, and I think I know why they said. Some people are like, okay, why are y'all making such a big deal out of this? It's just a cartoon. It's not for us. We're older, and like some of us are in our 30s, some of us are in our 20s. Like, what's the big point of it? And what I thought was really cool, I'm gonna read what somebody else wrote, but it's not really about the fact that this show was just being canceled and like we're just trying to get something back because it's a cartoon. Like what some shows actually really show you and what they can actually have an effect on not just you but your children is actually teaching them certain things and being able to provide them with a world that not just is all blasé, just not just all crazy, that makes no sense, but really shows the ethic behind what to really fight for, who to really want to be, what really evil really looks like. And these kind of things is the reason why I love comic books. These are things why I love like superhero movies. That's why superhero movies are of the top ranking period. Like everybody is in search for a hero. That's anybody. I mean, people that don't search for a hero, they've internally have been let down by people that they love, that they held as heroes. But when you start out, when you finish, you hope to have hope that somebody's gonna look out for you, or you can get or attain like some kind of hero status. So I mean, it's not so much just like for those that make concepts like that. It's not so much just trying to keep it. I mean, it might be some people that are like, I want to keep this cartoon. I'm older, but there's a lot of people that really know the real essence behind keeping like a real standard show and actually having a real standard cartoon that's worthwhile, that's worth maintaining. So you can be able to show your kids so they can actually have some of the continuation on. When we think about our legacy, it would be like, of course, like I've said before, X-Men, Spider-Man. I mean, even like you think about the old Tsunami. I mean, those were like legitimate stuff. Now, some of that was just kind of nonsense, but for the most part, like that kept childhood memories intact versus like fluff that's out right now. And I mean, that's just my personal spin on it. But this is what one of the users said when I was reading the quote. His name is Grayson, which I'm actually give you a shout out for that. That's awesome, dude. Um, this is what he said. I mean, you could certainly view it that as if we just wanted to get it started back. The way I really see it, though, we're not talking about shows that were canceled due to low ratings or unfavorable reviews. We're talking about shows that were canceled because their merchandise didn't sell. If Warner Brothers is open to discussing and bringing back shows because of the amount of support from the fans, then I don't see how that's a really bad thing. And I don't see why that's something that is just us trying to keep a cartoon. It's much bigger than us. And it really is. I mean, like he said it like point blank. The fact that these shows were not removed based off of ratings, they weren't removed based off unfavorable reviews. These actually were high-rated view shows. If I take another show, like say hypothetically speaking, like Walking Dead, man, this isn't a cartoon. Say if Walking Dead, for whatever reason, just next season just gets canceled, right? And they have the same exact mentality like Cartoon Network has. AMC, they just say, okay, well, we need to be able to sell merchandise, we need to be able to sell as many box sets as possible. We're not reaching as much money for this, yet getting the highest amount of reviews, or good reviews, getting the highest amount of ratings, and they just decide to cut the show. How would you think the fans would really feel about that? They'd be upset. There would be no real reason for them to do that. The actors, like, they'd be like, okay, my work is actually showing promise. Why would you just get rid of it? Which I don't really understand why, in my opinion, that like people like Bruce Timm, people like that produce these animated features for DC, they really don't take it all that seriously. They don't really, they don't show that it really bothers them, which I don't understand. I mean, I think it probably partially is because they're always doing different projects. They're keeping on a timetable of doing this, doing this, doing this, that they've just gotten so used to now. Like, okay, well, I'm gonna make 2 seasons of this, and if it gets lucky, then maybe we'll go ahead and continue. If not, I'm gonna go ahead to my next thing. It's not anything now more concrete. Like, if you really make a real franchise out of a TV show, then do it. Like, don't just, I don't know. I don't want to go into all that, but definitely I find this is really good news, and like, keep doing whatever you're doing, everybody. Um, I will continue to update you on anything else that I find, but like, this was just like awesome news, and I wanted to go ahead and share with all of y'all. Um, I'm getting tired. I just did a movie review. I need to go ahead and go to sleep. I'll give me a granola bar and I'm gonna dip. But JLA fans, Green Lantern fans, is doing some things. April 11th. I'm not even gonna say cross your fingers. I'm gonna say prayers up that this works out and that our voice is heard and that something comes out of it. I've said before that they're talking about doing like side projects, side movies, and stuff like that. So it'd be really nice just to have the show back on there in some capacity, or even consideration of next year bringing the show back. I think that would be really great. But anyway, have a good night. I wanted to give y'all an update. Peace.